Good day to everyone. I'm Vijayalakshmi from Tirthangal Nada College. I'm going to explain the subject of database management system. Before that, you have to know about what is meant by data and informations. See, all the areas of human development, including stock exchange and teachers, academic, lawyer, nuclear structure and isotopes, genes. So everything we can say as an informations. So now we have to know about what is meant by database. Database is a collection of datas. So characteristics of the DBMS is handling huge volume of data without redundancy, long-term storage of data, access by a large number of users, quicker access, consistency and integrity. Now we are going to see about the objective of database management system. So the main aim or main objective of database management systems are data availability, data integrity, data security and data independence. So data availability. Data availability refers to the fact that the data are made available to wide variety of users in a meaningful format at a reasonable cost is called data availability. Data should be available in a wide variety of uses. Then we'll see about data integrity. In data integrity, it is defined in two different manners. It refers to the correctness of data in the database that guarantees the reliable data, and data integrity also refers to the collection of data from multiple users and storing them in a single DB without duplications and preserving order of that timestamp. Next we'll see about data security. Data security refers to the fact that only authorized user can access the data. Data security can be enforced by password and roles. Okay, if two separate users are accessing a particular data at the same time, for example, if two separate users are accessing a particular data at the same time, so what happened? DBMS must not allow them to make conflicting changes, isn't it? Similarly, next we'll see about now. I think we are going to see about data independence. Data independence. DBMS allows the user to store, update, and retrieve data in the efficient manner. So DBMS provides an abstract view of how the data is stored in the database. In order to store the information efficiently. So complex data structure are used to represent the data. So the system hides certain details of how the data are stored and maintained. So in objective of DBMS, we have four concepts. One is data availability, and second one is data integrity, third one data security and data independence. Now we are going to see about advantages of using DBMS. Why we are using DBMS? What is the benefit? What's the advantages? What's the merits? Okay. So many business applications need some features like efficient storage, rapid retrieval of data, sharing data with multiple users. Since DBMS provides them, a developer can focus on creating application to solve business problem rather than managing data. Also, advantages of DBMS is shorter software development time, easy modification, better data integrity, security, improved data sharing. Now we'll see about components of DBMS. So this is the diagram, components. So we'll have components of DBMS. We have hardware, software, data and procedure. First we'll see about hardware. Hardware can range from a single PC to single mainframe to a network of computers. The particular hardware depends on the requirement of organizations and the DBMS used. Some DBMS run only on a particular operating system, while others run on a wide variety of operating system. So a DBMS require minimum amount of main memory and disk space to run. But this minimum configurations may not necessarily give acceptable performance. Next we'll see about software. The software include the DBMS software, applications program, operating system, including the network software. If the DBMS is being used over a network, application program are written in 3GL like C, COBOL, Fortran, etc. Okay. The target DBMS may have its own fourth generation tools which allow development of applications through the provisions of non-procedural query language, report writers, graphics writers, applications procedure, etc. Next we'll see about data. Data means it's nothing but informations. So data in the database is well organized. Data in the database are related. First it should be structured format and should be related. Next thing is the data in the database is accessible in different orders. And fourth one is the data in the database is persistent, integrated, structured and shared. So now we'll see about what is meant by persistent data. Persistent data are one which exists both in RAM and disk simultaneously, which may be data or any supporting data which cannot be removed from the database as a side effect of some other process. Persistent data have a lifespan that is not limited to single executions of the program that use them. Integrated data. A data can be considered to be unifications of several distinct data files, and when any redundancy among those files is eliminated, the data are said to be integrated data. Next we'll see about shared data. A database contains data that can be shared by different users for different applications simultaneously for different purposes. So it is important to note that in this way of sharing of data, the redundancy of data is reduced. Next we'll see about structure. Structure, it means file structure is unique and consistent. It provides simple logical view to user, hiding the complexity of physical storage structure. Next we'll see about the procedure. It is a core of the DBMS that affect the speed of DBMS. It is responsible for storing, retrieving and updating the data. It's a standalone component. Next, in table represent entire data, that it has row represent one object and column represent the simple attribute of an object. Next we'll see about the data dictionary. A data dictionary, also known as system catalog. So it contains informations about what are the informations about the tables, the fields, the data types, size, primary keys, foreign keys, super keys, indexes, joins, okay, which have been established between those tables, referential integrity, etc. So this information stored in the data dictionary is called the metadata. Thus, a data dictionary can be considered as a file that stores metadata. Metadata are available for query processing, for data type matching and constraint enforcement. So, data dictionary is nothing but is a tool for recording and processing information about the data that an organization uses, such as business rules as constraints. So, data dictionary is a central catalog for metadata. Modern DB system holds the data dictionary as a set system tables. Example, MS Access. Next we'll see about the query processor. So query processor is a query is a business question. Okay, so in SQL means structured query language. In that we have DML, DDL and DCL. Next, data actually it's a standalone. We can connect the DB and update it. The resulting data is formatted and displayed on the screen. So actually how it works means with the data dictionary to validate the query and work with the DB engine to find appropriate data. So all the DB operations can be run through the query language. Best example SQL, structured query language. Next we'll see about the database administrator. Administrator is a person having central control over data and programs accessing that data and whose responsibilities are focused on management of technical aspect of the database system. So objective of database administrator are to control the database environment, to standardize the use of database and associated software, to support the development and maintenance of database applications project. So to ensure all documentations related to standards and implementation is up to date. Next we'll see about database designer. A designer either logical or physical. So logical database designer is concerned with the identifying the data and relationship between them. So he is responsible for mapping the logical data model into a set of tables used integrity constraints, selecting specific storage structure and designing security measures. He must have thorough understanding of the organization's data and its business tools. Physical database designer takes the logical data model and designs a way in which it can be physically implemented. So database designer is responsible for identifying the data to be stored in the database, choosing appropriate structure to represent and store the data. So these are the components of DBMS. Next we'll see about the functions and services of DBMS. So DBMS, a database management system, performs several important functions. So they are the following. We have data storage management, data manipulation management, data definition services, data dictionary. So these are the backup, concurrency control service, transaction management. So these are the functions of DBMS. So first we'll see about data storage management. It provides a mechanism for management of permanent storage of data. So internal schema defines how the data should be stored by the storage management mechanism, and the storage manager interface with the operating system to access the physical storage. Next we'll see about data manipulation management. DBMS furnished user with the ability to retrieve, update and delete existing data in the database. Next we'll see about data definition services. The DBMS accept the data definitions such as external schema, the conceptual schema, the internal schema and all the associated mapping in source form. Next, backup and recovery management. So DBMS provides mechanism for backing up data periodically and recovering from different types of failures. So this prevents a loss of data. Next function is concurrency control services. Since DBMS supports sharing of data among multiple users, so they must provide a mechanism for managing concurrent access to the database. So DBMS ensure that database kept in consistent state and that integrity of the data is preserved. Transaction management is a series of database operations carried out by a single user or application program which accesses or changes the content of the database. Therefore, a DBMS must provide a mechanism to ensure either that all the updates corresponding to a given transactions are made or that none of them is made. Thank you all.